And welcome back again, Crypto Hawk Show. Got a Friday night show lined up. Gonna have a tiny little bit of a format difference because it's Friday night and my business time is over. I was gonna try to look at something here, but it's not. The article's not sending. That's weird. Let me check, see if it went to the spam filter. No. Trash. No. Okay, that's weird. I was just going to tell you, I was going to show you an article, but I'm not now because I don't know why the fuck it's not going to my email. Bangkok, the bot, the BAHT. Bangkok's money is called the bot, and it's at its highest point in I want to say 20 years. So if you would have bought that shit, I give you alternate investments. Some of you are tapped out on crypto. Crypto Hulk, I got enough crypto. I got enough gold, silver. Give me something else I can invest in. How about money from Ripple partner countries that haven't gone up yet? Thailand was one of them. I said was. Now Thailand's at its highest point in the past 20 years. So Thailand's off the list. If you already got the bot, congratulations. You just made a lot of money, okay? This is going to happen to all Ripple partners. I'm going to read off a list later in the program. We're going to talk about Malaysia, Cambodia, Philippines, and that shit. I'm going to read off that list of about 10 countries. You're going to want to get their money. So you've already got your crypto. You already got your gold, silver. Maybe you're not a credit investor, so you can't invest in some of these other things I recommend. How about money of other countries, okay? Specifically, countries that are working very closely with Ripple, okay? Asia is going to take off first, and then Europe. Those are the ones you're going to want to get in. Hey, you're going to make money in Africa and stuff, don't get me wrong. But if you want the money that's going to take off first, it'll be the Asia, Europe. Then you could, after you profit from them, maybe dump some into the African countries because they're going up as well. We'll get into that later. Anyhow, my name is Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know anything. Before the show, I just got so fucking high, like I always do on all my programs. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe how much cocaine I snorted, like a fucking mountain, okay? So right now, if you think I'm giving you financial advice, I'm super fucking high, all right? I just want to give that disclaimer. Okay. Michael Gilbert, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. She's taking the trash out. First 5 people: Hanglish, Michael Gilbert, XRP King Duck, Jersey Kathy, and then Crypto Greek. Let's see. Wizard Gray Balls. Okay. No comment on that one. Hey, make it whatever name you want. It doesn't matter. YouTube sucks, says Jersey Kathy. I was rewatching this morning's video when a commercial comes on, which is every few minutes. I don't have the option to skip it. Huh. I have to go right out of the video and go back in for the commercial to disappear. And YouTube doesn't take me back to where I left off either. Let me know if that keeps happening. I'll let my YouTube person know. I'm just going through the top chat right now. It's Friday, and I only got 4 articles, so I don't have a big show lined up. I've got great articles. I just don't have a fuck ton of them, all right? So it's kind of, if you guys got some questions, that's fine. I'm not going to be boom, 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 going over articles tonight. Not on a Friday night. Not gonna happen. I got silver at 16 bucks an ounce. Good God, you're a fucking genius, Michael Gilbert. But when was that? Like a year ago? If you got that shit right now, you're a fucking genius. Go back and buy as much of that fucking shit as you can. Get a fucking loan. No, I'm being serious. If you're getting gold at 16 an ounce, get a $3, $4, $5,000 loan and buy the fuck out of whoever's selling it at that. Okay, you just doubled your money right there. Then you take that shit, that 5,000 now is worth 10. You just fucking made out like a fucking crook. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. Michael Gilbert ordered from the currency exchange to your door, worth the $10 charge. Yeah, Michael Gilbert, you're getting that shit $16 an ounce. Fuck, dude, it's at least 35 bucks an ounce. So, dude, don't tell that person. Just get a fucking loan and buy the fuck out of whatever they got. It shit's worth 35 bucks an ounce. Okay. It's my birthday. Birthday. It's my birthday. Robert Driscoll. Stu Lavelle is here. Or what does the Vulcans do? There's that Nanu Nanu. I don't remember that fucking shit anymore. Too many years ago. Can you say Trans Am? Oh, come on, stop it. No, I know a guy that lives near me uh, in Sacramento. Actually, he's around Sacramento. I don't want to start giving out names and shit. But he told me if I get a Trans Am, whatever kind I want, he'll make it all-wheel drive for me. I mean, he's going to charge me, of course. But I like the old school Trans Ams. There's some badass new school ones too. That they make brand new. I don't know which one I want more. Like the brand new one that they make. They make it a custom shop. They take a Camaro and fucking turn it into their version of a Trans Am, like the old. I don't know. The old ones are kind of neat because I used to have a 1980. I had a 1980 Trans Am with like 47,000 miles on it. I got this Trans Am. Oh my God. My parents went on a vacation, I think a cruise or something to Mexico. I had a choice of going on the cruise or they were going to give me a car. And I think I got a loan. It was $5,000 car. I'm trying to think what happened. I chose give me the fucking money. It was senior year. It was like May, spring break. So it must have been April or some shit. I don't, whatever it was. Spring break my senior year. My parents are going to Mexico. Go with your parents to Mexico? No, 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 no. Or young Crypto Hulk, would you rather have the money? Well, I want the car. We were looking at a Trans Am. Anyway, I think I had to pay for half of it or something like that. The car had like 43,000 miles on it. 8-year-old Trans Am, fucking cherry paint, cherry tires. The inside was immaculate. 43,000 miles, 8 years old, smoking the Bandit type, but it was like firecracker red. But it drew attention. T-tops, glass. The AC worked. It was a dream car. My parents said, well, they fooled me. They fooled me. Well, we might leave you a couple thousand. So the car was 5. We might leave you a couple thousand because the trip's on. Me and your dad really just don't have enough money this year. And I'm like, all right. So I had some shitty ass car. They went on this vacation. I think, I drove the shitty ass car home. I think my brother was with me. I don't remember. Something happened. I walked up to the house and I had the garage door opener, so I clicked it. And I'm just like in one of these fuck it moods, you know. It might have been a Friday, I think it was. The garage door started coming up, and I see something that kind of wasn't in my dad's car in the garage or nothing. My dad had, I don't, whatever it was a car I didn't recognize at first, the tires, and then it was kind of reddish. And I'm like, holy fuck! I'm like, what? And I yelled at my brother, hey, check it out. And I'm like, oh my God. So I went in there. They left me like $500 in an envelope with cash, the car keys. Have a great weekend. Try not to get killed or do anything stupid. Love you, mom and dad. Happy early graduation. I was like, son of a bitch. There must be a God, right? Oh my God, I think I cried. I was like, I think I'm gonna have a moment. Oh God. The car fired right up. It was so fucking low to the ground. I hit every fucking speed bump on slow. I don't even care. I had to cross diagonal. I don't fucking care. This thing could hit a corner at 40 and just like just stick like glue. And I'm like, oh, it must be my birthday. But yeah, never gonna forget that. That was 1988, like around March, maybe April. I can't remember. But I just saw that fucking car in my garage and I was like, no way. I got the best fucking car in school, you know? The baddest ass car in school. I was like, holy fuck. So yeah, I was 18. And guess what? It was Friday night cruise night. I'll keep everything on the TL after that. But I didn't have no problems. I didn't have no problems when it came to cruise night. You know what I mean? Oh man. Oh, I was a killer. Okay. Fuck man. Good times back in 1988, man. Car was chick magnet, okay? Fucking chick magnet, T-tops. Friday night, weather was nice, rolling nice and slow, tops off. Oh, fuck. Man, I had a great senior year and just, God. Now I got to go. It was like firecracker red. It's like an orangish red, but just very attractive red. You didn't know if it was red or orange. It was like one of those, I don't know what color that is. It was fucking awesome, dude. But I was sitting the car was so low to the ground. It was like you're always looking up at everybody. That thing was fucking low. Low rider, no. But man, just the excitement. Now I got to get back to work here with this fucking show. All right, where am I at? First article. MasterCard in Africa. Okay, let's talk about how we're going to get rich. It's not going to be tomorrow, but I got this news that is crazy. It's all coming together. The giants are coming together with crypto. Let me show you here. You got MasterCard in Africa's getting hooked up. MasterCard Safaricom partner on cross-border payments. Okay, we know we got MasterCard as a massive Ripple partner. Let me just show you this right here, the proof. Then I can get on with the article. So we're going to have a little dessert before dinner right now, just so I can get this shit out of my head. I want my old car back. I want to go back. I don't care when I'm rich. I will pay 100,000, 115,000. I want the lowest mileage Trans Am that I could find from like 1980 or 78. Even that one with the 6.6 liter motor or something in it. I want the lowest mileage fucking shit I can find. And I'll pay 150,000 for that. I want everything documented and No fucking shade tree mechanic working on that fucking shit. I want every single fucking receipt. And there shouldn't be barely any because the car should only have like 30,000 miles on it. So somebody tell me how much that fucking shit would cost. 1978 Trans Am, 6.6 liter motor, 30,000 miles, everything original, all receipts. 1, 2, 3 owners at the most. Tell me if I can get it for 150. So what? Some of you guys are mechanics and shit. You guys know this fucking shit. And then there's always fucking Google. So everybody's an expert nowadays. Okay. How much is that fucking car? Somebody look that shit up. It's Friday. I'm gonna get off the subject a little bit. I just want to know the price on that Trans Am. Terminator shades. I had the gargoyle sunglasses. I had those. I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger, so I went and spent like $60. I know 50,000 easy or below. No, it's more than 50 grand. Come on, it's got to be like 75,000. It's got to be because Camaros are going for 200. So the Trans Am's got to be like $100,000. Like at Barrett Auction, Barret, Barrett Auctions. I'm not going to wait for this, but somebody could look up Barrett Auctions, type in 1978 Trans Am, fucking 79, not 8,000. That's going to be a pile of shit car. This car that I want is going to end up being like, and I want this thing original. I want an original one. Not when somebody's ripped it and torn apart and fixed it all. And then that's not it. I want an original. That's why I'm telling you 75, 100,000, 120. It's going to be something like that. All right. That shit's going to cost hella money. Like at least $100,000, probably 125,000 for an original. Nobody fucked with it or nothing. Camaro. I mean, Trans Am 6.6. Geo says, yep, 100,000 plus. Yeah, the thing's got to be about a 125. I want like no more than 3 owners, everything original, everything working, all receipts. Michael Gilbert, then yes, 100. Yeah. I mean, if something busted, then yeah, a new part. But I want this thing with like 30,000 miles, 40,000 tops. You know, I prefer 20 to 40,000. And I'm sure it's going to be like 125 grand. Got to be black. All right. Let's get back to the fucking work here. Okay, so now I've clearly established the fact that MasterCard is a Ripple partner. MasterCard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card. Okay. So now we've clearly established the fact that MasterCard came out with a debit card in conjunction with Ripple, and you could use it and it transfers. Okay. So now I've told you about a month ago, Africa is the last frontier. And when we get that continent all fucking nailed down, it's green light go time, okay? MasterCard hooks up with a company called Safaricom. Safaricom runs something called M, the letter M for Mary, hyphen, and then PESA, P-E-S-A. MasterCard and Safaricom have partnered to improve payment acceptance and cross-border remittances in Kenya. The partnership will benefit, listen to this, 636,000 merchants. Oh my God. It'll enable them to serve customers globally, everybody. Oh, wow. Talk about interconnectedness. The collaboration will provide faster and more reliable solutions for Kenyan business and their customers. The multinational payment card services corporation MasterCard has partnered with Safaricom, which runs M-Pesa. Okay. Now, that's important, but let's go on to the next African evidence here. Who else is working in Africa, helping to connect that whole continent? None other than Ripple itself. Let's look right here. Ripple partners with Anafric. This is in November of last year they did this. Anafric is a company. It used to be called MFS Africa. Let's continue a little bit here. Ripple partners with Anafric to power digital asset-enabled cross-border payments between Africa and the rest of the fucking world. Oh my God. It used to be called MFS Africa. What happened? Well, PayAngel, a United Kingdom company, and then People, PYYPL, that comes out of like the Middle East. I want to say Dubai or some shit like that. And then you got Zazi Transfer out of Australia. I'm sure they're all mixed up with Tranglo, but anyhow, that's a whole nother subject. And Tranglo's owned by Ripple. But anyhow, these three companies jumped into MFS Africa. Now the name is Onafric, ONAFRIQ. They're hooking up everybody in Africa. They've got 500 million people, customers, and they all got their phones. 40 African countries are hooked up to this, okay? And that's all Ripple. Onafric is a Ripple partner, okay? This is really fucking huge. Now, you don't have Kenya right now as a list. So look at the bottom. Look at the bottom of the Ripple article. You won't see Kenya because they just joined up. But we've got Benin, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Central African Republic, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Gambia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Madagascar, Malawi, Mali, Morocco, Mozambique, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, Togo, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. But we won't see Kenya here until probably next month, and then Ripple will update this. Let's go to the next article. We're still dealing with M-Pesa here because there's some massive connections, you guys. This isn't just some little fucking country in Africa. This is getting that whole continent set up so we can finally get some money out of this fucking thing. Here's the title: XRP adoption in Africa as M-Pesa Safaricom leverages on Afric. Yeah, it's a Kenyan-based company. And Kenya is trying to send payments to Ethiopia. They're now able to do this. It's saying here, I already told you, 500 million mobile wallets. That means 500 million people got accounts. Now there's 200 million bank accounts, but remember, they're probably giving some to their brother, sister, whatever. So even though there's 200 million bank accounts, there's 500 million mobile accounts. So you're talking about about 2.5 people per wallet. They're sharing it, okay? Sharing the account. The GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, that's for the Persian Gulf. Oh, if we go down below, the deal allows Ethiopians abroad to send funds directly to M-Pesa wallets, potentially using Ripple's technology, previously known as ODL, for transfer and smoother transactions. They talk about Ghana in here and all that stuff. I read off the list of all the African countries involved. And that is all about Africa and MasterCard and how Ripple is all involved in that. Let me check the comment section here in the top chat. Wayne Williams, thank you very much, Wayne, for the tax-free donation. Damn, 2 late fees in a row. Well, it happens. It's Friday night. People have lives. You know, I don't. I'm waiting for us to get fucking rich. I'm serious, man. I've been doing this shit 4.5 years. I don't. It's worth my time because I can show you how fucked up these people are and how they lie to you. And I uncover all this evidence and I bring up all this evidence and be like, what about this? What about that? What about the other? And guess what? The people that work at Ripple, they don't tell you a fucking thing because they're all in on it. Okay. That's why I'm the most shadow banned cryptocurrency channel on the fucking planet. Okay. Not the most shadow banned channel, but the most shadow banned cryptocurrency channel because I have all the evidence. They're like, oh shit, hide this information. We can't let everybody see. Crypto Hawks talk about all kinds of shit no other channel has a fucking clue about, okay? And that's for real. Oh, Hippie17, you need to register to see prices at Barrett Jackson. Okay. Well, thanks for trying. I just wanted to see. It's probably like 150 grand. The car that I want with 40,000 miles, 123 owners, all receipts of everything done, and there shouldn't almost be nothing done to a 40,000 mile Trans Am car. Original paint, original every fucking thing, 100% stock. Should be about 150. Well, I'm just going through the comments. Engine rebuild possible. I prefer everything 100%. And when I get that car, I'm not going to fucking drive it. That just, if I have a big enough house, that fucking car is going in my house. And then I want to get the most expensive Ducati made. I think they're $100,000. I'm going to park that in the living room as well. I'm going to have a car and a Ducati in my fucking living room in my house. I already have a Ducati in my living room right now. I mean, not where I'm living, but in my condo. I got the front door open and pulled that sucker right in the house. It just sits there. I can look over at it. I don't drive it because then it's going to end up getting me killed. But at least I could look at it. Then yes, 100,000. A company called Trans Am World takes a brand new Camaro, that's what I'm talking about, and turns it into a 1970 Chevelle, incredibly nice. I think I've seen that on YouTube, but then there might be other companies that do it as well. All right. You know what? There's so many cars. I don't want to start collecting cars. He's got a 79 Plymouth Volare station wagon with 170,000 miles for $77,000. Yeah, I have a 2016 Ducati 1299. Gorgeous bike. I almost busted a nut in the showroom looking at it. Well, actually, I might have. It was the most advanced bike at the time. Had all kinds of shit that nobody else had. Everybody started copying the Ducati, but nothing on the market was close to this bike. It was red, and you could look at it and like you could have like the finest model and then the bike, and you're gonna look at the bike because it's just fucking amazing. Look at pictures of a 2016 Ducati 1299 when it first came out. They have it on a racetrack and this, that. You look at that picture, you won't want to look at nothing else. Let me tell you something. It drives insane. I'd have guys in Porsches, truly sad. Porsches try to race me, even on the freeway. They pull up alongside me like, they be doing this shit. And I'm like, you don't want to do this. I'm like, come on. So I drop it about 3 gears. I get my RPMs. I only need them to get about 4 because there's so much torque in this bike. I get to about 4 and I'll be like, let's go. And then he'd take off. I give him a little bit because I want him to kind of feel proud that he's in a Porsche because I'm going to fucking destroy him. And I would just I would just rip into it about 65, 70 and I would just shoot right up to like 130. And this guy, he'd be way back behind me. Porsches were hilarious. Fucking love that shit. The GTR, that one was a little tricky. The GTRs, I have to say, that motherfucker was fast. Now, the most humiliating was an off-the-line Tesla Plaid. Fuck me. I didn't know anything about Tesla. I'm in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. I'm willing to take it up to 80. I don't give a. I was like that. I just don't give a fuck. When I get my mind to something, I don't care what the consequences are. I'll think about them. Okay, tow the bike. That's going to run me 250 a day, probably 1 to 2 days in the tow impound, a ticket, traffic school. I'm looking at about $1,000 for this. Fuck it, let's do it. And probably exhibition of speed. So that's going to be worth like 2 points right there. Means I can't get a ticket for the next 3, 4 years, something like that. I'm like, fucking do it. So I raced the Tesla. This dude right off the line kicked my ass. And I couldn't catch up. I hit like about 80 and it was just too late. He's already. So I don't fuck with Teslas. Okay, let's go to the next one. BNY Mellon. Now, BNY Mellon is America's oldest bank, okay? It BNY Mellon is a Ripple partner from like day one, okay? What Ripple did is there used to be an article. I'd have to look back into I have all my shit saved to like Google Photos and shit. So I'd have to look back. Um there was Ripple had a page up. It was BNY Mellon, and it was from like 2015 or something. BNY Mellon is a partner with Ripple, okay? But they took that shit down. So here's the article. BNY Mellon, Ripple partner, identified as first bank in the United States to receive an SEC exemption from the SEC rules called SAB 121. What that is, it's how much you got to hold in the bank. Like if you're selling crypto, you got to hold a certain amount. That's basically what it's about. It's the SEC's onerous rules for custodying digital assets. Let's look at this real quick. And what would be a huge breakthrough for banks looking to dive into crypto? BNY Mellon, America's largest, oldest bank, was identified during public testimony in Wyoming Select Committee. They get a pass. They do not have to follow SEC Bill 121. Okay. The agency, which is the SEC, had granted some exceptions to SAB 121. SAB 121, here we go, requires that entities like banks, institutions, whatever, who choose to custody crypto list the assets on their balance sheet and create a corresponding liability equal to the worth of the crypto. So if a bank wants to sell $10 billion in crypto, first they got to back up 10 billion, and then they got to put it on their balance sheet. And the bank's like, whoa, that's not even like fair. Okay. You know what banks, okay, when you give bank money, do you know what fractional reserve lending is? For every dollar you give a bank, they might keep a nickel in the vault, right? And maybe not even in the vault. How about they keep it on an electronic ledger? So, for instance, I know people that go into the bank and maybe they got $200,000 in the bank. Okay, not me. If I had $200,000 in the bank, I'm not doing this fucking show. They go into the bank. They got $200,000 in an account. And they want to pull out 15 grand. The bank's like, you got to give us 10 days. Okay, I've talked to people like that. I know a guy who runs a construction company, and he told me he couldn't get his money. I'm like, well, how much you got in the bank? He's like, I got $200,000 in my savings. And they can't give you 20 grand, like 10% of what you got. He's like, no, I think it was 20. He said, I got to come back in 10 days. They said they don't have the money. They got to order it from the mint. And then I'm like, what? So, and I found this out 4 years ago when I started making my show. I didn't know what fractional reserve lending was. So the banks are mad. Different financial institutions are mad because they can take your money and only keep like a nickel for every dollar. Then they go buy this. They don't got to keep 100%. But Gary Gensler saying, oh yeah, if you selling crypto, you got to keep it all in a special account. And they're like, well, we don't even have to do that with cash. Why the fuck do we got to? Do you see what's going on with this? So now BNY Mellon gets a pass. Why? Now this is Crypto Hawk's opinion because they're a 2015 Ripple partner and they're America's oldest bank and they're the largest custody institution for a bank in the world. That probably is helping, okay? That's probably why they get the pass. America's largest custodian bank and a Ripple partner. Now, let's look at something fun. I got a little evidence here. Let me show you. I was doing some research today, like I always do for all of you that watch my show and support my endeavors. When you support my show, it motivates me to keep digging. Okay? Just being honest. There's days, I'll tell you, you guys have had those days. There's days where it's like, man, I don't want to spend 3 fucking hours putting a show together and make like $10. I'm like, fuck, man. But like, I want to dig and shit. And it's like, God, man, I just want to be like everybody else and just fucking wing it and have people send me shit. And I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I'm just like, come on in, just reading fucking shit. He don't even know what he's reading. And so but it's like, I appreciate all of you. If I go above and beyond and find shit and draw all the connections, show you all these fucking connections, it's worth it at the end. When you guys do just a little bit extra, then I'm like, fuck, I'll keep doing it then. But it's kind of like, well, if they're not into it, I'm not into it. And I'm like, fuck it. So just being honest. All right. Here's the article. Let me copy and paste this again. I'm going to show you the connections with BNY Mellon. Yes, sir. I'm going to connect BNY Mellon to Egypt and China. And guess what? Well, you'll see. BNY Mellon, largest crypto custodian in America, launches payments to China. Well. I wonder why they're doing that. Let's scroll down to where it says in dark black print, launching fast payments to China. Okay? Let me read this off. BNY Mellon has pulled off a first ever payment transaction from Egypt to China. Whoa. This happened 2 years ago. A first ever. Now, who did this? BNY Mellon Ripple partner. Egypt to China. Okay. Well, turns out the National Bank of Egypt, well, they just happen to be a Ripple partner. Imagine that. Imagine the fuck that, right? XRP Shaman, please keep reading. Thank you very much for the tax-free donations. You know what? Wait, now, hold on. Somebody at the last show, Crypto She-Hulk sent me a text. Somebody on the last show gave somebody a membership. Their name is Eternal Being. They gave somebody a membership. I don't have who that person is, but Eternal Being, I'm sorry I missed that. I try to keep up on all these chats, and I meant to acknowledge that I want to acknowledge every single fucking dollar that people pay. Whether you give me $500 or give somebody a $5 membership, that shit's important, okay? And I don't know who it was, but I just wanted to publicly acknowledge thank you for that, all right? And I made it a point, if my moderator say, hey, if I miss something, I got a lot of shit going on. Like my whole screen, my whole screen at the top is just full of articles. And then I got to try to keep up in the top chat and think and I'm doing more than one thing at once here. So thinking and talking, there's 2 things right there. I'm almost maxed. I'm almost multitasked out. Okay. So we are at, let me click out of some articles here. Click out on that one. So I talked about how BNY was the very first bank to ever move money from Egypt to China. Maybe it's just for them. I don't know if it's every bank in the world, but BNY Mellon has pulled off a first ever payment transaction from Egypt to China. So there you go. Then after that, I showed you the article from 2021, 3 years ago, National Bank of Egypt and Lulu International Exchange connect through Ripple Net. So now National Bank of Egypt is working with Ripple Tech. They're using Ripple's technology to do this shit. Next, I'm going to show you that it helps. You know why it helps Egypt? Because China is a Ripple partner. Oh, dang, Crypto Hulk. This is why your show gets channel banned. Watch this right here, everybody. Ripple China, CNY. You know what that is? You know that electronic digital yuan? That's that. You know what CNY is? Well, CN is country code for China. CN means China. Then Y is the yuan. You know the digital yuan the Chinese are using? Ripple made that 11 years ago. 2013 is when Ripple made the digital yuan that China's been using. No other channel has this information. Now we can see that BNY, America's oldest bank, America's largest custody bank, has been a Ripple partner from 2015. Egypt sends money to China. Egypt's hooked up with Lulu International, which is a Ripple partner. So Egypt's using Ripple Tech to send money through BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon is using Egypt to send money to China, who China is a Ripple partner because Ripple made their money. No other channel has the evidence. That's a deep dive from Crypto Hulk. That's what we do on this fucking channel, all right? I just don't read off stupid ass little article shits that somebody sends me. I find the connections for you so you totally see how the fuck this does to that and sends it to that. I show everything concrete on this program, backed up with facts. That's how I do that shit on my channel, okay? Nobody does shit like this, all right? Please keep reading. Let's see here. Rufu, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. I appreciate that. I totally do. As I say, many hands make light work, okay? Peter Tatara, what XRP shaman said. Right on, Peter. Petey? I had an Uncle Pete. Totally cool guy. He's the one I think got me interested in Corvettes and motorcycles. Uncle Pete always had a motorcycle he was driving or a Corvette. He worked at like California Corvettes or some shit like that. And anyhow, let's move on. Now, for like the past, I think, 20 years, Uncle Pete sells guns. Very cool uncle. We're like, hey, do you know any kind of pistols that don't have any serial numbers on? Like ones that were made without a serial number? Or do you have one that came from a factory that skipped the DOJ, Department of Justice, if you know what I mean? Daniel C., thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Appreciate that. Arthur L., thank you very much. Regular viewer, tax-free donation on a Friday. Appreciate that. I personally look forward to spending time every day with the Hulk family, and I think there are others that would agree. Look, I take pride in my channel. I can't, hey, I'd love to be sponsored by Porsche or Jack Daniel One of them, they're going to make it rain on my channel with sponsorships. Hey, look, I'll tell you what, I will sell out if Porsche or Lambo or Aston Martin or any of these fuckers, Corvette, want to like give me a Corvette. I will tell you how awesome that company is and swear up and down that this is the absolute best car when you get rich to buy this fucker. You don't even have to buy it. Just say, yeah, Crypto Hulk, you're so fucking awesome. Corvettes are the absolute best. Oh, you're right. You're right. Or Jack Daniels. No, if it's Jack Daniels, they got to send me a monthly supply of their bottles that are worth over $100. And then I will just tell you that Jack Daniels is the best whiskey company in the world. But I'm going to need, not that I'm going to drink them all, but I need probably 10 bottles. I need probably 50 bottles of $100 Jack Daniels, and then I could probably sell out the Jack Daniels. Okay. Paul Sexton, I appreciate you, Hulk. Thank you very much for that. Tax-free donation from good old Paul Pauly. Oh, wait a second. How'd that one get in there? Oh, damn. Hold on a minute. About 3 of them just popped up. Henry Brown. Let's listen, everybody. See what the fuck Henry Brown has to say today. Been with the Crypto Hulk community since Pee Wee Herman theater fiasco and Vanilla Ice Ninja Turtle rap. There you go. Did I miss somebody? I gotta back it up and take a look. I don't think I did. I think I got him. Okay. Let me just catch up here. We're at 45 minutes. Jason Shotch. Thank you very much. Tax-free donation. You know what? This is nice. IRS, you can go fuck off. And YouTube, you ain't getting shit tonight, bitches. Johnny Laker 626. Thanks for the tax-free donation. How close are we, Hulk? I will check that in a minute, but I'm collecting tax-free money that my government can go. They can go to hell. All they're going to do, look, the United States government is going to take all my fucking money, and then they're going to give it to people who shouldn't even be in my country in the first place, or they'll give it to some fucked reason. I don't know. I just don't trust them with any of my money. Tax-free payment. Vulcan Aussie. Jay, thank you very much, Jay. Tax-free. So someone asked how close we are. Closer than yesterday. Look, 2 things. Go back to basics again. 2 things we need to be rich. Global crypto regulations. How close do you think we are to global crypto regulations? 6 months? Minimum 6 months to a year, okay? Provided we don't have a global conflict, that might speed shit up, okay? But just look. I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just fucking looking. Crypto Hulk, how close are we to global? We need 2 things, global regs and tokenization. Global regs, how far are we away? Minimum 6 months to a year, right in there. I'm not seeing too much. There's some global regs here and there. Now, you've got Europe coming up with MiCA, but that's part of the world. Some countries pop up here and there, but let's ask me that around springtime, around May. The springtime's the end of May. Or actually, the month of May is the end of spring, right before summer. So let's wait till after the election in the United States. January, February, March rolls around. It's probably a good time to ask me. Then we can get a better idea. But right now, minimum 6 months to a year. Global tokenization, well, that's going to be a tough one. Here's why. They're using a private ledger, multiple bank private ledgers, and then Ripple has their own. So now you're asking me a question. Now, I'm reading news. Isn't almost every fucking day now? This tokenization, that's tokenized. The BIS, right now, the Bank for International Settlements, is working with JP Morgan and all these other banks. I read off the list. Watch my BIS, Project Agora. That project's about 6 months or a year from being done. That's a global the Bank for International Settlements. They tell all the banks in the world what to do. When they're done tokenizing and they know, I mean, I can't answer your question. I'm reading about tokenization every show. That's good because a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I wasn't reading about any of that shit, right? Now, tokenization, let's look back. When did I really start reading a lot of that tokenization shit? Past 3 months, maybe four. Tokenization's coming up. Boom, 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 right? About the past 4 months. Now, previous to that, a little teeny bit, about up to a year ago. Now, past 1 year ago, I wasn't reading about a fucking thing about tokenization. So, we're really into tokenization. 4 months, for the past 4 months, they've been hitting it hard with tokenization. Again, 6 months to a year from now, we're in a very, very different position. Okay, we don't have to have the whole world tokenized. That's going to probably be 2-3 years, like around 2030 or before. Right around, so we're looking at 5 years for 100%. So I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you. That's my best answer to your question. It's a reality. I'll base it on reality, just like I'm doing. I gave you facts. I gave you the reasons why I gave you that answer. I wasn't just like, my fucking, hold on, let me do some gematria here and look on the internet. Like, just, I gave you my reasons, and those are factual basis for my guess. Yeah. Let's see here. Name. Okay, next. Okay, with we're still on the BNY Mellon. I'm sorry. So now, what's interesting about BNY Mellon is they hired a Ripple executive a couple of years ago, Sandy O'Connor. Let's look at this real quick. I'm not going to deep dive this shit. This is super fast stuff. Okay, look at this right here. December 2021, almost 3 years ago, Sandy O'Connor left Ripple to go to the board of directors of BNY Mellon, almost 3 years ago. Here's another example. I want you to see how tight Ripple and BNY Mellon are. Look at this. BNY Mellon's head of digital assets leaves and goes to work for Ripple. Here we have about 8 months ago, the guy his name is Ralph Roth. Ralph left BNY Mellon January of this year, 2024. He is the head of BNY Mellon Digital Assets. He left and went to work for Ripple. Okay. Next. This one happened also in January of this year from BNY Mellon. Here we go. Let's see what this one says. I want you to see how connected. I'm showing you all the connections. I don't have answers for dates and times. Look at this. Maxime de Guillebon has joined Ripple. Okay. She spent 6 months at BNY. He spent 6 months at BNY Mellon, at Medico, the home base of Medico. So that's tied in with Ripple. He was CEO of Zodia Custody. What is that? Standard Chartered Bank, massive bank. Standard Chartered is a Ripple partner. Standard Chartered uses Medico. Ripple owns Medico. Are you seeing all these connections? So this guy used to work for Standard Chartered. He worked at BNY Mellon, and Ripple picked him up 8 months ago. Very interesting, huh? Now, that is BNY Mellon. We're all done with BNY Mellon. Let me check the top chat here. 5 Dennis 123 BNY Mellon hyphen Pershing division, world's largest SEC CLRG. Thank you very much for that information right there. Not waiting in vain. Keep doing what you do. We all appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Let's go. Let me check it real quick. Securities clearing. Oh. Yeah, I don't follow that. That's your area. Walmart sent me a notice that they want to get rid of the credit card payments and instead do instant payments through your bank account. We just went over Walmart the other day. It's all about Ripple and Stellar. Now, somebody sent me something that says, no, Crypto Hulk, you're wrong. It's VeChain and Walmart. No, you're wrong. Look, VeChain is a supply chain. Yes, VeChain's working with Walmart, BMW, Louis Vuitton, and others on their supply chain logistics, not on their sending payments. So please don't try to say dumb shit like that, okay? I think I know a little bit about VeChain, all right? I've only been talking about it 4.5 years. Next, let's go over what's going on in Cambodia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Singapore. Oh, yeah, all that area. There's a bank called Citi and then Bank, but not Citibank that we know of. It's out of Bangladesh, okay? Now, this story is very similar to the one I did the other day. It's involving Visa, and Visa has something called Visa Infinite, okay? Now, we did an article on Singapore. It was called, fuck, I forgot. Hold on. What's the name of that shit? Visa and DTC Pay. Okay, that's out of Singapore. Now we're talking about Bangladesh today. Yesterday it was Singapore. Today's Bangladesh. What is this? You have a bank called Citi, C-I-T-Y, and then Bank, okay? They're working with Visa Infinite, okay? Now they have this credit card that has crazy benefits, all right? And the ad right here is blocking, so I can't see it all. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to talk about all the benefits, but there's some very cool shit that comes with this credit card, okay? Like, they're giving away a lot of shit. It's out of Bangladesh, and it works in Nepal, Bhutan. Unveiled the card at a recent Citibank center. So, it's hard for me to read. This is an Indian website. Indian websites just have so much fucking spam. It's ridiculous. They really do too much fucking shit. Hello, my name is Abu, and I want to sell you home services for your house. All these fucking telemarketers and shit, man. I can't read the article, but anyhow, I was reading it earlier today and I found it. So we're dealing with Visa Infinite with massive rewards and shit right here. You've got Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan all mixed in. Now let's look at the article I read the other day, which didn't list all the benefits, but it did list it's going to have the ability to convert cryptocurrency. That's what the Bangladesh article did not tell you. But I've already done this article. Visa, now we're talking about DTC Pay. In Singapore, the Visa Infinite card, the same one that Bangladesh Nepal and the others talked about, helps consumers and businesses convert digital currencies into fiat and make digital payments. Well, well, well. How fucking interesting is that? Now, the Bangladesh one didn't want it. It was all down low, down low. Okay. But I got a big fucking mouth. So I showed you what's going on in Asia is not happening in the United States. They're getting a Visa card and you can convert crypto and do all that shit, right? Not in America. I'll tell you what. If you're somebody who wants, so here's a here's a financial tip. I already gave my disclaimer about being a financial advisor, and I get high before the show. If you want to buy Bengali money, Nepalese money, or Bhutanese money, buy that shit, okay? Because it's gonna fucking skyrocket first. This is total Ripple. Look, I believe all money in the world is gonna go up, okay? Now, buy this, get this money first, so when it goes up, you can sell it off, take it, buy it some other country, and then when it goes up, then you can sell that off. See? All of it's gonna rise. It will. But get the countries that are tied in tight with Ripple first. They're gonna launch Asia and Europe. Okay, those two areas are gonna take off first. When those goes up, sell off the money. You'll make a lot. Then go back to the other countries you haven't invested in, invest in them, and then when they go up, sell them off. See what I mean? That's how that's gonna work. My computer's slow. Let me click out of these. Okay, now what's going on? Here's your relationship with Singapore and all this. Let me show you this connection. Ripple now, last year in October, so not even a year ago, Ripple secures a major payments institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. That's how tight Ripple is with Singapore. Now, I already showed you, I have a Ripple Singapore page here. Let me try to do this. Copy and a paste. Crypto She-Hulk, let me know if this is a good link. Let me know if this is a good link. A lot of times, YouTube blocks my links, so you guys can't see it. So, Crypto She-Hulk, let me know if that's a good link for you guys to see Ripple Singapore. If not, I could screenshot it. Well, yes, it's a good link. Okay, never mind. All right, here we go. We're in business. Look right here. You see the Ripple logo. You see Ripple Singapore, gold and silver in your wallet. This is fucking amazing. I've been showing this for 2 fucking years. If you look to the right, you'll see wallet. It's a link you can click on. Don't do it. Just do it later. But it shows Ripple has a wallet already, everybody. Look at the date on this. This is 2016. Now, it really goes back to 2013. Ripple Gateway Pte. Limited, established when? November 2013. Well, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. Ripple started in 2013. Okay. So how the fuck do we got Ripple Singapore 2013? Because I'm telling you, Ripple was probably in China, which is Singapore, China. It's the same thing. Singapore is ran by China. It's like a puppet. It's like an extension. If Singapore does something bad, China yanks their chain and says, hey, I'm going to come over and beat you to just do what we fucking say. And the Singaporean's like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, Xi Jinping. So they're the same fucking thing. So that means, so what I'm showing you here, nobody else has. Okay. Now, let me go here. Hold on a minute. So Now, what I'm looking at, I just wanted you to look at that real quick. So we know it's 2013. Ripple has, and they had gold, silver. They had this really, really big relationship Ripple does with Singapore. That's why a lot of stuff you're going to see. Now, what's interesting is they had, look down below, they had a vault where all the gold and silver is put, right? We have chosen Silver Bullion PTE as our trusted bullion supplier. Silver Bullion, led by German-born Gregor Gregerson. Stop for a minute. Crypto Hulk, why is everything with Ripple in Germany? What do you mean? Well, Ripple's first bank customer was Fedora Bank. That was out of Germany. Yes, it was. And then they made Ripple Singapore, and they stored this money in a vault with some German guy named Gregor Gregerson. That's two. And then Ripple started custody of crypto from Medico, which is a German Swiss. It's a German company that the Swiss. So there's a German connection there. So Ripple, the custody gold, and Ripple's custody of gold and metals is from a German guy. Ripple's custody of crypto through Medico is through a German company. So Crypto Hulk, the Germans gave Ripple their gold custody and their crypto custody. What's going on with Germany, Crypto Hulk? I'm not going to answer that question because I like my channel. If I deep dive that shit, I'm probably going to lose the channel. I'm going to move on. You think anybody has this kind of information? No fucking channel has this except Crypto Hulk, okay? I'm going to leave that subject right there. I already showed you the website. You can do the research on your own. I'm done. I'm not trying to lose a channel. Let me check some comments here. 5 Dennis 123 Zinfin Wang Zhang Fedor Medico SBI Ripple just opened in Switzerland. That's amazing. I'm just reading the comment section here. Okay. It's amazing what you find. See, I don't mind if I can see that I've got my group very interested. I'll show all these deep dive things like this. I'll put in extra time and show you. Like I just showed you this. Ripple's first bank, Germany. How does Ripple custody their crypto? With Medico, German company. How does Ripple custody their gold? Ripple Singapore PTE, German company, Gregor Gregerson. Silver Bullion PTE. Everything's German. Just thought I'd put that out there. No other channel knows this stuff. These people don't deep dive for you. They're so fucking lazy and fat. It's disgusting. How much time we got? Oh shit, we're at 1 hour and 8 minutes. God. I've got a lot. Let's see. Fuck it. I could save it for tomorrow, possibly. Let me do that. Because I got some shit here and I don't want to burn through it. It's important. I'll save it for tomorrow. Yeah. Plus, I've been up since 5. Not that it's late now. It's 6:30, and I had fucking killed my legs today, and like I'm just kind of like worn out a little bit. Vulcan Aussie, gold and silver, verified, then tokenized via your digital ID and assigned to your wallet. The plan is going to roll out in a way that we may or may not agree with. Oh, I know it's going to be all fun. That's why, see, look, the digital dildos, the one guy that's like, well, I'm not a financial advisor. And the other one is, come on in. Okay, these two fucks are telling you get a gold card, okay? Now they used to. I've been ragging on that dumb shit the whole time, so I don't think they're promoting that dumb shit anymore. But he's like, yeah, it's just so addicting. You can buy, save, spend. Oh, hold on, I think I'm ready to blow a fat load. Okay, I'm ready to kiss ass again with my gold card. Never, ever, ever get gold in a gold card. That's so fucking stupid. Okay. When you order your gold, you hold it in your fucking hand. Okay. Because these people, you don't think they're ever going to try to take your gold again? If you have gold on an account, I'm just letting you know how it works. They're going to fucking take that shit. Why? Because physical gold is systemically important to the United States. Bye bye. Your account's gone. Okay. If a government needs to do eminent domain and take your gold, you don't get that fucking shit back. You might get some of it back, and that's maybe. But we're already what? 35 trillion in debt. Good fucking luck getting money. Now, when all the shit goes bad, and as I say, when the shit hits the fan, you all have listened to me. We don't keep shit on exchange. I've been telling you that 4.5 fucking years ago. No exchanges. Keep it all in your hardware wallets. When you buy gold, hold it in your hand. These other people have not been saying this for 4.5 years. Go back 4.5 years ago, listen to them. They weren't saying none of this shit right now. My show's almost been the same for 4.5 years. Okay. I've not changed anything. You don't hold it, you don't own it. Gold and silver can be taken under executive order. Yeah, they've already done it already. I have a glint card. I mean, that's fine if you have it, but I'm just saying, I don't want a gold card. Me personally, I want to hold my gold because if something were to happen, the government's taking your shit. So if you want to keep 10% of your gold, fine. But if you got all your gold in a gold card, you're gonna get fucking wrecked. Like, do you try? I don't trust my government. I don't trust this fucking channel. I don't trust any channel. Why would I fucking trust my government with my crypto? I don't. It's all in a hardware wallet. Do I trust my government with my gold? No. I got it all in my hand. Some people think differently, and that's fine. Some of you guys just want to know my opinion. I don't know everything, but I know one thing for certain. My government has 0% of my trust. All right. And I think that is about it. Yep. Gold. Yeah, gold cards like having your crypto on an exchange. Exactly. The government are the biggest crooks. They can create a law. They already have, like War Powers Act and shit. They already got laws. If they want to steal your shit and give you nothing, they can do it if it's systemically important to the security and safety of the United States. Your shit's gone. You get nothing for it. Okay? Crypto Hulk's way, the Crypto Hulk's paranoid method of holding your own gold, guess what? Worst case scenario or whatever, nothing happens or whatever. Great. Great. I was wrong. If something bad happens and the government takes it, you don't get shit. Guess what? I was right, and you got nothing left. I go the paranoid route. It's better. Government's crooks. All right, this show's over. I'm going to try to put together an AM show. I didn't see a whole lot of news, so I'm gonna start going to some alternate websites I don't go to. That's usually overseas to try to put a show together. I got some. Let me see what I got at the top of my page. With that one, I think that's the same story. Okay. I got one article, and it's kind of a big article. That's probably going to take 15 minutes. I only got a 15-minute show right now. So I got to start looking over in the Middle East and Africa and shit like that. If I could put a show together and I'm proud of it, I'll make a show. So right now, what is the time? 7:00 p.m. here. If you don't see a show posted by like 9:00 p.m., I probably don't have one. Okay. Like 2 hours from now. If I don't pull a show together in 2 hours, I was looking earlier. There wasn't really a whole lot because it's Friday night, but I'll do my best. But don't hold your breath. And I'll see what I can do. All right, everybody. Had a great show. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is.